I'm feeling really good, man. Feeling really good. You know, I thought, you know, I was hoping that marijuana was going to wear off before I had the opportunity to get on stage and address you all, but fuck it, we're just going to take it the way it comes. And that's how we're going to do this fucking bullshit. You know, I tell you, I was walking around downtown Monterey a couple days ago, and I was looking for something fucking stimulating, you know, something that was going to stimulate the mind, so I decided to go to a bookstore, you know, not to buy a book, but because the guy that I buy my marijuana from works there. You know, and while I was there, I picked up this book, man. It was called fucking Deceit and Deception. And it was fucking 300 pages, man. Fucking all blank. Holy shit, man. Let's see. You know, I'll tell you, you know, I really miss the whole New York culture thing. You know, it's very stressful. You know, I remember the first day I was driving out here in Monterey with my best friend from back home, and we were driving down Cannery Row, right? And I was on the phone, I was on my cell phone talking to a friend of mine from back home, and he was just like, you know, and as we were driving down Cannery Row, it was the first time I had ever been there. And so he was just like, dude, how is it, man? And I really couldn't answer him, you know, because I was just getting ready to drive down the one street that fucking makes Monterey, you know? So as I'm looking in the water, you know, from the street, it looked like a whole bunch of naked black people in the water. And I couldn't even believe it, you know? And so I'm telling my friend on the phone, I'm just like, dude, you should really come out here, man. You should really check this out, dude. You know, and so we got out of the car and we started walking towards the beach because I really wanted to check this out. And it was like these people had like these whiskers coming out of the side of their faces. And it was the first time I had ever seen a sea lion. I had no idea. You know? But I tell you, man, you know, you know what's really tough, man? Like just like basically standing up here, because you know how you know, how many people smoke? Anyone smoke? Yeah. You know, I'll be out the station tomorrow. I mean, you know, right now I'm not saying shit because normally I'd be smoking a cigarette, so you gotta kind of like bear with me here for a second. No.
That's cool.
Yeah, can we light up in here?
I don't think so.
I tell you, man. You know, I don't know, but you guys have it good out here, man. You know, I see young kids out here, and you know, how many people have kids? How many people like children? Huh? No one likes kids. No.
I like kids.
Yeah, I'm a pretty old guy. I got a 19-year-old at home. We just broke up, but she still lives there. You know how you ever put in this situation, and I guess only like the people who know me, I guess, could honestly laugh at this, but you know how like you say something, and then just like all of a sudden after you said it, you realize you know you might be in deep shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, whatever. I love you, babes. Yeah, she's not 19, she's just material for her. Fuck you guys are laughing for me. But I tell you, man, you know, yeah, man, you know, I mean, I see kids out here, man. You guys really got it made out here, man. You know, like, I mean, I grew up in foster homes, you know, like, and I was selling drugs when I was a kid. You know, and I had it pretty tough, man. You know, my mom, she took a handful of pills when I was 7 years old. And it was fucked up because from that point on, I had to constantly move my stash because she never paid for those pills that she took. Fucking bitch, can you believe that? Oh my God. Wow. But listen, that's my time, and I'm gonna leave you with this. You know, I was thinking about this situation a couple of days ago. It was raining out, and I was thinking about this one time where I was in New York City, and I was coming out of the train station. And what happened was, I was coming out of the train station. When I came out, it was pouring raining out. I was getting ready to go home, and as I was about to cross the street, I heard like this faint sound, and it sounded like a muffled type of sound, but it was like kind of like a high pitched type of thing. So I turned around, and like I saw this lady standing on the corner. And she was saying like, help, police, help, help, and she was like waving her arms, you know. And there was no cops around, you know, and so I, you know, old lady, so I was just like, well, you know, I figured I'd be a good citizen. So I walked up to her and I said, excuse me, miss, you know, what seems to be the problem? She said, well, I just had this $20 bill and I went inside the store to get change and I had two $10 bills and this guy came down the street and he took one $10 bill and ran down the street. Help, police! So I looked at her and I said, well, I'll give you $10. She said, no, I just want to talk to a police officer. So I said, well, miss, it's pouring raining out. You're getting soaking wet. Do you want to fucking, do you need a quarter to call? Do you want to use my cell phone? No, I'm all right. And right when she said that, a police car flew right by. So I knew that it was pointless because, you know, whatever. I was like, all right, she's going to drown, whatever, you know? So as I take like 2 or 3 steps away, as she's yelling, help, police, I realize I don't hear her anymore. You know, so I turn back around and I say, excuse me, miss, not for nothing, but is that as loud as you can yell? And she said, yeah. So I took the other $10.